Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the Four Job Fiesta. Let's finish off the pyramid, the first of the elemental dungeons, so... We're about halfway through, but we've got a lot of traps and treasures still left to find, so... This guy's an interesting encounter. Basically, you can only... If you defeat him, he'll never appear again, but he's a common encounter here. And I can keep running away with the chicken knife here, unfortunately. Eventually I'm going to have to defeat him, though. But he gives a clue about a future boss you'll have to fight, who's basically a palette swap of him. A palette swap is basically, he looks the same, but it'll have, like, different colors. So, but we'll do that a little bit later, so. First I'm going to head up to the top here. I'm going to get some treasure, guarded by monsters in a box. Once again, take out the cursed ones with throwing money at them. And the snakes won't appear until after we open up both of the chests. So once we do that, then we start heading back. The snakes will appear when we get by the staircase. So I could use a bunch of soft potions on these guys to finish them off, but I'm running low on soft potions, so I'll just throw a bunch of money on them. So, look, money, take care of them real easy. If you have a blue mage and have level 5 death, you can use that. Their level multiples are level 5, so you get a good armor there, a good upgrade for Faris, the crystal armor. So take that, and we'll take out these snakes off screen. We'll just finish them off, and then we're gonna head back down. Luckily, these snakes won't reappear that popped out, so we just can ignore them. The door in the upper right corner, it's locked. To get to that door and another treasure, we're gonna have to fall down from the floor above. We're gonna have to use one of those like sand traps to. We're gonna have to spring the sand trap and have it force us down to safety because that door only opens from the other side. So we're gonna head here, and rather than push the button, we're just gonna hop in the sand, and we fall down here to this area, and we get another monster in a box. So many treasures in here, but they're all guarded. Well, about 75% of them are unguarded, so very few are guarded by monsters. So that makes this pyramid really annoying. You know, between all the encounters running around, like all those not war mechs, but those war machines, and then the snakes and mummies and stuff. And it's a very combat-heavy pyramid. But I guess the good thing is that we're getting a lot of ability points out of it, so... Alright, so we're going to head back to that door. We'll be able to open it from this side here. Dunk. And we're going to head back down. And there's another treasure chest over to the right that we'll pick up. We'll fall down the floor again. We're going to find that Sekhmet guy, though, and fight him eventually. So this time we're just going to skip the first sand trap. And then we'll get in the second one. So, fall down it. Woof. And we get to see another treasure chest. Let's pick it up. And once again, we got more monsters. But we got new monsters. Well, they're not new monsters, but different monsters. So, they're all the monsters that we spot in Extet's castle. So, we don't want to worry about those bandle cores maybe using their blaster spell and instantly defeating us. So. Hey, and Angel's finally got he's caught up with everybody else in terms of their Red Mage. He's only has one more level to learn in Red Mage. It's the long level, the one that takes 999 job points to max out. Yeah, everybody's stuck at that one, so. But he's getting quite a lot of ability, so keep him with that gold hairpin. Now I'm just gonna walk back over to the side. We didn't have to necessarily fall down, because we could have accessed this way. There was no hidden door here, but I just took from the top. I thought it'd save some time. I don't know if it did or not, but... So here we are. We have this Sekhmet guy. We're actually going to defeat him now, so I'm not going to attack him with a chicken knife. Too many times we've been running away. So here's that big swing attack, which hits 2 characters, and it can blind the character, so that's really annoying. So, I'm not going to... I could probably cheese him by throwing some money at him, but we can't throw money at all our problems. So it's unfortunate that that swing hits twice and that our characters ain't avoiding it because angels can only heal one person at a time with that heal staff. He could multi-target with the cure too, but that wouldn't do as much healing. So, but luckily he's in the back row, so if he gets hit, he doesn't have to worry too much. Darkness actually works in this game, so you have to remove the darkness if you get hit by that swing, so that you can actually hit him again. Otherwise, your accuracy drops, I think, to 25%. So, 1 in 4 hits will miss. And only 4 hits will finish this guy off, so... And luckily, he's missing. Those elf capes finally coming in handy. So, I'm surprised that love song actually worked. So, usually... Well, it does work on the optional super boss, so... Even if you defeat me, my brother the tower... Ugh. Yeah, we'll fight another guy who looks like him later on. In a tower somewhere. So once you beat him, yeah, you can't fight him again. If you have a thief, you can steal, like, thief gloves off him and then run away. And you can keep stealing thief gloves over and over and over again, so you can get 4 thief gloves. To make stealing pretty easy. Alright, let's shut down these sand traps, but before we do that, we're going to head up here, and we have another trap here. If you press the button on the right, the wall will push you down into the hole, so you want to hit the button on the left. And the wall will instead back up, and we can get some more monsters in a box and some treasure. So we got treasures on this side, and then we got money on the right. So since we're going to get a bunch of money, we're just going to throw some money away. Vivify for zombie, dark matter. Like I said, those are good mixing abilities for some like the strongest mixes, but we don't have a chemist, so it's gonna be pointless for us. We'll just sell them for money that we can then throw at people or monsters. So we'll get a decent amount of money here. So 8,000 and 9,000, so 17,000. Yep, can't push the button. You only push one at a time. So let's head back down to the floor. Let's hit that button. Got another button to hit. And then we can advance up to the next floor. I'm thinking it's almost going to be, I'm having terrors to my next game that I'll be playing, Dragon Warrior 3. There's an evil pyramid in that game too. So, here's a new enemy, the Pyralaea. It's like that floating manta ray. He's weak against lightning, and luckily if you charm him, he will sometimes use lightning on himself. And looks like I messed up. I accidentally put an extra 0 there with his hit points. So he only has 2,200 hit points, not 22,000 hit points. If he had that many hit points, that'd be a lot. So, oh well. And hit that button, and we'll proceed on. Get on up. And we're almost near the end here, so this is another floor where we're going to have to fall down from the floor above to get all the treasures, so we're just going to ignore those doors. We have this little puzzle room here. Basically the floor is going to shift, so you're going to look for places where the floor stays the same. That way we can grab all the treasure chests. However, we're going to want to fall down at one point, whether voluntarily or involuntarily, to get all the treasure back here. Because these doors are locked from the other side, so we couldn't go from to the left there to grab the stuff. There's another hidden treasure down here. Yeah, they have it hidden. Really, if you have a thief, you'd be able to see hidden passages, but once again, we don't have a thief, but that's why I'm here, to show you where the hidden stuff is, so. Alrighty. Keep heading over. Get, I know I mentioned earlier about that Earth Hammer on the Thornlet. Well, here we're actually going to get that Earth Hammer, so you get that Thornlet and you make Faris a Berserker. Give her the Earth Hammer here and the Thornlet. If the Earth Hammer uses the Quake ability, it'll do a lot of damage because of the Underflow glitch. But we don't have Berserkers in this run. We used them last run. So, it's a Final Four Job Fiesta. So you should go check that one out. She had a bad start. It was Thief Berserker, which a lot of people say on the forums is like the worst start you can get. So, well, the square to the left and to the right of the treasure chest, beyond the hole, is always gonna be there, so you can just hang out on that one. And then the square above the chest is also a non-disappearing square. So I'm gonna have to go up the other side then. One, to get that other treasure, and two, the lighter colored floor there on the stairs, that's the slope part. So we won't be able to walk up from this side. So we have to approach it on the other side. So we're gonna have to go back down stairs to get that other treasure chest, and also then be able to get up to the top of the pyramid, which is through that door up there. But first we have to head back down, get this other. It's like the floor of headgear. We got the guard ring and the one which it basically casts the regeneration spell on you, basically like what the Vitality song does with the bard sings, that you recover hit points every turn. And then the ribbon is like the ultimate headgear. It prevents all status ailments. But remember what that person at the thing said at the beginner's house, that only dancers and freelancers who've mastered dancer can really equip the ribbons. So yeah, we won't be able to use any ribbons. Speaking of ribbons, we'll be able to finally get that one ribbon back in the village, that frontier village, Regal. Once we're able to find that village. So we have one more enemy we need to encounter here, so let's just wander around a little bit, farm this last enemy. I've ran into this enemy a few times, but every time I ran into it, the chicken knife kicked in and ran away from it, so I didn't get to show off its stats. But here it is, the Zephyr Zone. It's like a lady with a magic lantern, and what she does is she summons a random monster, and then she basically casts buff spells on that monster. So she'll cast like the heal on it, armor on it, safe on it, a shell on it to protect it. And then after a few turns, she ends up, calling the monster again. So you might want to focus on taking her out. But of course, when she summons a monster, she'll take less damage because now she's in the back row. So sometimes she can summon a really tough monster too. So we get kind of lucky here. She just summoned this kind of weak bio monster, or bio soldier. We ran into them back in the first world when we got by Jakol. So yeah, but they still have that annoying bio spell that deals poison damage and saps our hit points over time. And I didn't mean to attack with the chicken knife there because I was afraid it would make me run away, but I accidentally did, and it worked out. So, whew. So that's all the enemies here on the pyramid. Now all we need is one more treasure. See that you slide on those slopes, and that treasure is the stone tablet, the first of 4, which will unlock 3 of the legendary weapons back in Kuza Castle. How we're gonna get to Kuza Castle? Well, the game is nice, and it's going to give us our airship back after this. What was that? How? Well, we'll see in just a second here. So back in the last episode, I climbed to the top of the pyramid to just show off what was there. Yeah, we're gonna put on the top of the pyramid after getting. There's writing on the tablet, the Dragon King Bahamut. Now that peninsula where we parked our airship to go to the next world, yeah, it kind of looks like a dragon. You see the 2 wings and the head there where it just started, where the whirlpool started appearing there. I guess it was actually the King of Dragons in disguise. The peninsula sinking. Luckily, when we fight Bahamut, he is not that big. So, he takes up most of the screen on the left side, the monster side, but he's not as big as that peninsula. And he's going to tell us where we can fight him, but it'll be a long time before we can fight him, which is good because we want to gain some levels and some skills and experience and master some jobs. So I'll be waiting for you on the North Mountain. As It's the mountain where the Hiryu goes to get his plants. The food. Look, the airship's being washed this way. Yeah, remember the airship was parked on that peninsula? Well, now it's free and it's gonna land over there by the ancient library. Alright. So let's head on out here. Luckily there's no encounters on the outside here. And we want to head over back toward the ancient library and the forest to get the airship. But before we go into the forest, we're gonna make a save because we have a tough boss here coming up, so kind of a tricky boss. So one thing we want to do is, so we're gonna heal ourselves up, and we're gonna change some of our equipment up. We're going to take Cara off of her Ice Brand sword, give her the Slumber sword, and we're gonna make sure that Angel starts the battle with a fire rod. We'll also want to give Faris some red magic, and that'll help us with the boss that we're going to confront in the next episode. Take care, see you then. Bye!